Hi everyone, welcome to Karla's Stitching Journey. My name is Karla. This is, I'll say, a channel about cross stitch and my little crafty adventures. I want to first of all say hi to everybody and welcome. If you are a new subscriber, thank you for coming. I don't know if somebody's talked about my channel somewhere, but I got like 60 new subscribers recently, so welcome to all of you. I talk with my hands a lot. I'll try not to. And we are doing this recording with my husband's camera again. It took us a little bit to get it set up, so please bear with me as we kind of go down this adventure together. That's what we'll say. We're going to go down this adventure together. So last video was on Halloween, and I had a winner that received a giveaway prize, and I've already mailed that out. You should have gotten it this week. This is Sunday, November 9th. That's right, November 9th. I am in northwestern Pennsylvania, close to the Ohio border, and we're expecting our first snow this evening, they say, and so far it's only been raining, so that's good. Let's talk about, let me see if I can, I've had some questions there about this project right here, and I want to tell you, I would take it off the wall. Wait a minute, where's my hand? Okay, here we go. I would take it off the wall for you, but I have it command stripped on there directly to the wall, so it doesn't really move anywhere. This, I had to reach out to Corinne with Notes Fabrics because her husband also stitched this project, and I wasn't sure what the name of it was, and I could not find it. And sorry, my eye is very itchy, like I got something in my eye. She sent me a message this morning that pattern that I was pointing to right there is a pattern by Lila Studios. It's spelled L-I-L-A, and it's called The Anniversary. So I've had a few questions about that one, and so I wanted to let you know. This one that you also see somewhat, it's getting a little bit of glare from my light source, but this one is by Ari TM, I think. Moon's Out, Broom's Out. And that I've talked about on previous videos. So I wanted to let you know what the name of that one was because I did have a few of you ask. All right, let's talk stats. So far for this year, this is November 9th, 2025. My year-to-date stitches is 215,952. That makes me smile because my goal for the year was 210,000, and I didn't think I'd even meet that because I barely broke 200,000 last year. So I'm tickled, and I think the reason why I'm making so much more progress this year is because of my very dear friend Crystal set me up on a spreadsheet, and she helped me to see some of the goals I had in mind at the beginning of the year was very unrealistic, and I wasn't going to be able to meet them. So by working with her, I decided to kind of pare down my whips so that I could push some further than others, and I did that. And now I've gotten to my point of I've touched 51 whips. My whip list started at the beginning of the year. I think I had 80 whips. I've only touched 51 of them. So I came up with a game with Jessie Marie Does Stuff. She actually had the original thought, and she calls it Milestone Manor is the name of her game. I was watching her video. She briefly kind of explained, kind of high level. I dumbed it down for me, and I made my own game, and I'm going to call it TravelFlossity because I know some of you have joined me with it. So we'll talk about that later in this video. I have 5 whips to show you right off the bat. No finishes this week. Did have some page finishes. I'll try and remember, point those out when you see them. And I've done, since our last video, 6,910 stitches. So that's a good go of the needle, right? And what you're here for is to see my whips. So let's talk. No particular order, but when we talked about my game that I'm now going to coin TravelFlossity, and the reason why I coined it TravelFlossity is some of you have come up with some great ideas. I had Siska from Siska Stitches. She sent me a picture of a map of Hogwarts, and we talked back and forth on how she could use that for her own game. I've had other people reach out to me that they're taking floor plans from places that they wanted to go vacation at, some vacation spots, some different home styles that they wanted to do. So I think it's awesome. I'm really excited about it. So to tell you a little bit about the TravelFlossity game, this is my map, and I'm going to kind of hold it up here for you. I decided I was going to go travel to Florida, and I just got online, searched on Florida home floor plans, and this is what I came up with. I then gave a bunch of my projects that I had not touched this year. I typed them out on paper, snipped them all apart, gave them to my husband, and he put them in envelopes for me by the designated rooms, and I've got them all clipped, and I keep them with my little map. So last video I pulled, that's why I'm telling you, last video we left from the porch here and we went into the foyer. The foyer is my stargazer. I was originally going to do 100 or 500 stitches. I changed that because I did so much on the stargazer that I decided the foyer with the stargazer would be 1,000 stitches. So I did do my 1,000 stitches on the stargazer, and I decided I was going into the family room. And when I drew the family room envelope, it gave me Rosie the Riveter. And if you watched last week's video, then you know I was super excited about Rosie the Riveter. There's a reason why it was sitting over there. So nothing wrong with the design. I think it's just me. So I'm going to show you. This is a Gecko Rouge. It is Rosie the Riveter by Sarah Bowerstock. It's a Gecko Rouge kit. I am doing it on 25 count easy grid, and the reason why I picked this pattern was because my daughter Rachel, the one that was just calling me, always liked to dress up as Rosie for Halloween, school things. It was always a thing. I think I'm not feeling this pattern as much because of all the pinks, and I'm used to the typical Rosie the Riveter that she's got the blue headband and she's got the yellow background and it says "we can do it," and I think that's kind of setting me off. But I did do my stitches. I think I need to do 1166 by my roll, and I did 1174. Look at me pointing. I'm sorry, hands. So I have it out of my Black Cat X Stitchery bag of Wonder Woman Save the Day. Took it out, and I have it on my board to show you. So let me see. I went across the top. So that's where I've made those changes and added. And believe it or not, this is up here is the upper corner right there. That is the corner of the pattern. So, you know, it looks, we're at the it's not big. Look, it's not a huge pattern, as you can see. Got my board here behind it. It's not a huge pattern, but there you go. All right, hold on one second, because Charlie found my scissor fob and he thinks it's fun to play with it, and not so much fun idea there, Charlie. You know what that means, Charlie? Oy. That's right. That means you have to come see the people. So, thank you for bearing with me. Here is Charlie. He was being a bad kitty. Say hi to the people, Charlie. Okay, so had some technical difficulties, and Charlie is now off to the races with my husband, so I feel like there's something in my eye. Okay, so anyways, that means I completed the family room, so it's done. And then I did another 1,000 stitches on my stargazer, so I came back out to the foyer. And now the next part, we're going to figure out where do I want to go. Now, I already rolled my dice, and I'll try to insert a picture if I can, but it came up to 99 on my Dungeon and Dragon dices. I keep right here. And I add a 0, so that means I need 990 stitches to whichever place we decide to go. And I was looking at this beforehand, and I thought I wanted to go into the master suite. And we're gonna go visit whoever is in the master suite, okay? Now, after I complete the master suite, I can go out this door to the outdoor lounge. I could go into the master bathroom. My husband's assigned all kinds of projects to this floor plan. So hopefully that makes sense if you're into games. So let's find, oh, there's the master suite. So let's see what, pray tell, waits for us in the master suite. And I gotta say, after stitching on the Rosie the Riveter, because I really was not tickled that that came about, I was almost gonna make this a UFO. I can say, at this point, I don't hate the project. It's not gonna be one that's gonna be at the top of my list to stitch on. It's probably gonna take me challenges to get it finished, but I'm gonna keep it in my whip list for now, and I'll keep working on it. So, you know, next year, some point in time, it'll probably be one of those ones that, you know, just didn't make the list. But I'm not ready to discount it or throw it away, or UFO, which means unfinished object. I'm just not ready to give up completely on it. But I do think that that's my issue with it. It's the colors, the pinks and stuff. It's just not me. All right, let me put that over there. Okay, so let's see what is in the master suite. I think I got it upside down. So in the master suite, we have, what's it say? You're gonna have to trust me. There we go. Take it easy. So that is a full coverage I haven't worked on this year. So that'll be fun. I'm actually looking forward to bringing that one out. If you haven't seen that one, I will try and insert the cover photo here. It is the moose hanging out in the tree. There's like birch trees around. So that'll be fun. I've been wanting to stitch on that one actually. So that'll be fun. So that one will get 990 stitches before I decide where my next move goes. So I'm going to clip this all back together. And that is how we play TravelFlossity. If you're interested, join in. I think it's fun. And it's really pushed me to visit some whips that I haven't touched this year. Now, I will always do those drawings on video because you guys hold me accountable. All right, the other game that has been all the rave has been, what are we calling it now, Jen? Flosstube Frenzy. And it all started with, I believe it's the Stitching Witch. Is that her name? Oh, Alchemist Stitcher. I'm sorry, Alchemist Stitcher. So she started this. I saw her video and I took it a whole step further with watching the Flosstube videos. I've assigned projects to each Flosstuber, 7 different Flosstubers that I watch. I watch more than that. I want to include more than that, but by Gumby, all of you guys threw in your videos for the end of October. So I've been busy, to say the least. I haven't been able to finish all the stitches yet, but I am going to show you my progress. So the first one I want to show you, I had assigned to GaRon Stitchery, and I owed 200 stitches. Excuse me. Let me pull this down here because I made myself some notes so I would remember. Okay. So I owed them 200 stitches for actually doing a video, and then they managed to do 5 finishes, Gary, I think, and on the video from 1031. So basically that video cost me 1,000 stitches, sorry, cost me 1,000 stitches. So I did, out of those 1,200, I did all but 284 stitches. So I ended up with 916 stitches. This is on the project by Lola Crow. It is called Murder in the Pumpkin Patch. This is also something that GaRon uses for their Monday Murder, Monday Mystery, Monday something he calls it, that a group of their local stitchers are stitching this. So, and they are out of Ozark, Alabama. Doesn't take a lot of floss. I actually have my floss on my little squirrel that I got from the Squirrel Squad. I'm a proud member of the Squirrel Squad. That's what my sister calls her retreat that she runs for a group of us. So I use that for the flosses. So you can see it's not an exorbitant amount of flosses. And I have it in my stitch and button bag. Some people like to know that stuff, so I hope you don't mind me sharing. And I have it on a piece of Aida. There are a couple of fractional stitches on this pattern, but I think my Aida is soft enough, I'm going to work with it. Anyways, I got 916 stitches in, and this is where it is. So I should have brought, oh, there's my clips. I'm like, oh, I should have brought some clips so I can have something to hold this. Give me 1 second, get my clips on here. I only have one foam board, or I'd have that ready. Okay, so on here, I finished, let me see. I'm working backwards with the camera. The skeleton dude is done. This fence going across, this is the edge of the side pattern. I worked on the tree going up. I've made a mistake, I will tell you. Somewhere on this tree, I have made a mistake because I was a stitch off there, which I don't care, I'm fudging it. It's a wicked tree, twisted tree. I made another mistake somewhere. Oh, my fingers don't want to go where my head is telling it. Okay, up here, I think I'm off a stitch. But I am going to I'm going to make it my own. That's what we call it. I'm going to personalize it. Because it's a tree, and I don't think anybody's going to go, oh, Karla, that brown is not the right color brown in that square. Okay, and it's fun to stitch on. It is a nice stitch. I love how the pumpkins, I think Gary mentioned his, they just look three-dimensional. Flosstuber Frenzy. I showed you Murder in the Pumpkin Patch. That was from GaRon Stitchery. The other one that I worked on was from Lydia's Leisurely Stitching. I did, let me see if I can pull out the cover photo. It is Once Upon a Fairy Tale by Jenna Della Grataglia Maldonado. And it's a heaven and earth design. This is what it looks like. I needed to do 300 stitches, and I completed 365 stitches. And this is where we are. So basically, I just filled this. I'm kind of working my way along here. This is on a 28 count easy grid fabric as well. I have been asked, where do you get your easy count fabric? You can purchase this on Heaven and Earth Design itself. A lot of stores like Corinne's Grace Notes Fabrics, they have easy grid fabric. I don't know if it's on their website, but I know if you ask her, she can get that for you. I think 123 Stitch has it, so it's pretty common. They have different counts. I have 32, 25, 28. 25 count is the one that most of my projects are on. I'm going to be starting a project next week on 32 count. We'll see how that goes. But 365 stitches, so that means Lydia's Leisurely Stitching. I have met my Flosstube Frenzy goal for her. And she had a page finish. So she made me second guess how I'm running my Flosstuber Frenzy. And that's because I do watch a lot of full coverage because I stitch a lot of full coverage. So they do page finishes. And I thought, well, instead of doing 100 stitches for posting their plans, which we all typically do anyway, I changed it to 100 stitches for a page finish. So I ended up doing 300 stitches because she had a page finish on her last video, November 2nd. The next person did their monthly wrap-up video, and that was Kim Hollenbeck. And Kim, before I decided, when I watched her video, I ended up with 1,800 stitches I needed to do. For her, I have assigned Twin Towers and Flag, and that is because, and this is an Artisy design by Tarina Clark, and this is what the cover photo is. The reason why I assigned that to her is because Kim was military as well as I was, and so this is a patriotic full coverage piece. Kim had 7 page finishes, 2 finished, 2 finishes, 2 project finishes. She finished her Sunday Delight. I'm still working on mine. And she had a new start. So that all totaled up for me to 1,800 stitches. So I have it up here. 200 for posting a video, 100 per page finish, 200 for a finish, for each finish, and 500 stitches for each new start, and 400 stitches if you show your pet. That's what I do for mine, for my Flosstube Frenzy. And dun, da, 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 here's where we are. So I completed this building. This is the bottom corner, so this is how wide this project is. And I've been working my way over. I worked more on this building did this whole section here, starting into this area. I may start kind of trying to fill this in to make it more of on a diagonal, just to give me a different view of what I'm stitching. But that's where we are so far, folks. 1,800 stitches later. And the cool thing is Kim does monthly updates. So this one may come out once a month, but I'm hoping to get some big stitches when I take it out. So that would be Twin Towers and Flag. Ooh. And this is on my my Omnic frame. Sorry, Omnic frame. I don't like these new ends. Some people really like them. It's nice because you can do a quarter roll, but I don't like them because I store my projects looser when I put them away. And when you do that, those end bars can come off. So I don't really like. That's just my opinion. Okay. And last but not least, we have Stargazer. Stargazer was not assigned to anybody. As I'm looking through my sheet, it is not assigned to anybody. Well, before I do that, Grace Notes Fabrics posted a video, and they now hold the record. One of the projects I need to do is Little House Neighborhood. Excuse me. I will try and remember to post a picture in here of the pattern if I can. I am close to a finish. Based on their video, I have 3,000 stitches to do on it. I haven't even started doing those yet, but I have all month or until they do another video. But I mean, I've got time. So I will get to them, Corinne and Colleen. Thanks for the boost of energy you gave me on that project, because I've been kind of Flosstube shaming them to do a video so I could get that project out. And I'm going away next week, so on a retreat. So I'm going to take it with me, and I've already got it packed up. So I'm going to work on it there. And the reason why I got 3,000 is because they had 4 starts. She had 2 finishes. They showed their pet dog and they did a video. So 500 stitches to cheer on a new start kind of bit me in the arse on that one. So Hannah has not done hers yet. That's Huckleberry Farm. I have not seen her video yet. And Jen, the caffeinated crafter, I am doing Pink Flamingo stocking from Stony Creek. And she did do a video, and I owe her video, I believe it was, I wrote it down. Where did I put it at? 600 stitches on her latest video and 200 stitches on the video before that. So I owe my Pink Flamingo stocking 800 stitches. I just have not gotten to it yet. Okay, but I did do this one, and I'm going to take it off the scroll rods, or at least I'm going to loosen them up. This is Stargazer, and I know you guys have really liked seeing it when I pull this one out, and this one my husband really wants me to get it finished. So, and I said once I got over here and finished this section, I would take and open it up, and I will. But I wanted to show you, this is the bottom of the page. So if I come across here, this line, that's going to give me all those page finishes, because that's the bottom of the page right there. Hopefully you're seeing that. This says camping, camper, what does it say? Summer camp, sorry. Love, live, and camp, it says. Over here, and it's a little motor home, a teepee, a fire. So that was fun stitching, and I finished the bottom of the light, and I started working my way. I was kind of wanting to work my way back across because this was a page finish. So anybody that is using my video, guess what? You got a page finish. So now I'm gonna take it off the sidebars, and I'm gonna open it up because I want to roll the scrolls a bit and get busy on this again. I really like stitching on this. My husband thinks I need to stitch a lot more on this, and I do, because I do enjoy it. So for 2026, one of my plans is to have Stargazer Saturday or Stargazer Sunday, which basically means one day out of the weekend, maybe both, is going to get stitches on Stargazer. That's my plan for 2026. I have some other plans. Like I want to get Twin Towers done, so it's going to get 2,000 stitches a month. I want to get Phantom of the Opera done. It's one of my oldest whips. I want to get it done. It has, in order to do that, I need to do 5,000 stitches a month. So I'm kind of looking at plans for next year. Let me just take that. I'll leave that on there. Okay, so here is Stargazer all the way up to the top. So as you can see, I do have a ways to go. Hope you're seeing it. I can't see what you see. Yeah, but that is Stargazer. I just really like it. I mean, obviously there's no tension on this right now, so but seeing it from the back, I still like it. Let's just hold that there, huh? What do you guys think? Okay, guess what? Now we're just gonna roll it back up and get it ready for my next stitching session with it. I'll just kind of roll it for now, and we'll deal with the sidebars later. You guys don't want to see me muscling those around. Okay, that is my whips. Oh, this is what Stargazer will look like when it's finished. I'm about 40, I think I'm at 42% right now. And those are my whips. So the next thing I want to show you is, let's talk haul. So got a few things this past week I want to share with you. I got my Floss of the Month from GaRon Stitchery. It is Cottage Garden Threads. They are out of Australia. I mean, let me put this on my board, make it easier for you. The first one is Neon Lights. Then it's one called Quinn. Then Fabulous. And then it's got a Bougainvillea, I think is what it says. Bougainvillea. I don't know. I think you guys are running out of names. But this is the 4 colors that came. They are no longer going to be offering this Floss of the Month. They are doing a silks. If you're interested in that, please look up their channel at GaRon Stitchery. And they do have a silks club that they're getting ready to start. But I did get those, which is cool. I like them. They're very pretty colors. One of these days I'll figure out what I'm going to do with them. But, you know, FOMO's a thing. The other thing I got, and this I probably have had for a while, and I came across it and I'm like, why is that still here? And that is because I was breaking stuff up. Oop. Let's see if I can, I don't know if I can do this because I can't see. So my husband says, you don't need to see yourself when you're video recording. And maybe you don't, but I feel like I do because I don't know if I'm in shot or not in shot. So I have 4 needle minders. I think I got these from Stitch and Button because they're kind of snarky, and I might have done a mystery pack. But they say, one says, hello, I am allergic to people. This one says, sorry, not sorry. This one is the cat that says, I just baked you some shut the fuck up cakes. That's this one over here. And then this one says, inhale good shit, exhale bullshit. So I'm not sure if you can see those, but I wanted to put them up there for you. Those are cute. So that came from Stitch and Button needle minders, because you can never have too many needle minders. See, that's only part of them. And then I also ordered from Fat Quarter Shop. I had to think about where did I order from. And I like this pattern, and so I picked it up. It says, it's a tiny modernist. We should be, B-E-E, friends. I like to put it on here because it makes it better. So in my brain it does. So we're just going to go with it. So, because I can reach further. So we should be friends, and it has a B on it. And it says, a day without a friend is like a pot without a single drop of honey left inside. And it has 2 ladies in their frilly dresses and flowers, and a beehive and a bee, and I just thought it was cute. Then if you remember, and this is why, you know, nothing travels alone, I got this at Fat Quarter Shop as well. I posted a haul that I had gotten spring and fall by the Prairie Schooler, and I said, oh, I wish I could find winter and summer and just do the whole set. Guess what? Well, it came up. So now I have summer and winter by the Prairie Schooler. I definitely like the spring and fall better, but if I'm going to do it, I might as well do it all, right? And besides that, it's going to take me years before I get started anyway, because I have too many whips, as I'm told repeatedly. So that's where that is. So that is haul. So we talked games, we talked haul. Could update the board. Let's see if we can. Here is my dry erase board. So I don't know if you can see it. I can see it. I kind of changed it up a little bit. So Kim Hollenbeck, I'm going to erase. We did her 1800 stitches. That is done. Lydia's Leisurely Stitching. Her 300 stitches is done. I got to leave Jen the Caffeinated Crafter's 800 still up. I put Grace Notes. They have 3,000. GaRon Stitches. I'm going to take that 1,200 off. I owe them 284. Plus they just did a video Friday. I haven't watched it yet. And I don't have anything for Alchemist Stitcher yet. So I'm imagining she's going to post something here pretty soon. Now we go down to my Gridiron Challenge. One of my Gridiron Challenges was the Stargazer. And on Stargazer, I went back and retotaled everything. I needed 11,850 stitches. Stargazer is what I used for the opponent. I did 2,450 stitches on Stargazer. So I'm going to math a little bit, sorry. 11,850 minus 2,450 equals. That means I need 9,400 left. So I'm gonna give myself, whoops, and that doesn't include today's game, but that does include last week's game. So 9,400 is where we are now. Innocent Dream, I recalculated that as well, and we are sitting at 9638 stitches still left for that as well. So we're going to leave those up there. 9638 is needed on Innocent Dream, and Stargazer 9,400. That's the Gridiron Challenge. That's a full coverage fanatic challenge going on with Kim Hollenbeck. And then I added here on the bottom my Florida, so I wouldn't forget, my Florida map for my TravelFlossity game. And we'll add on here, now we need to do, I'm going to write in TravelFlossity, Travel, and I thought that was a good name because it lets everybody use whatever floor plan they want. TravelFlossity equals, I need 990 stitches on Take It Easy, right? Take It Easy. Now, it might take me longer than the next video to pull that out because I am going out of town, and I'm okay with that. These are just challenges, things to put up, and I didn't choose how many days. I could do that because I know I'm going away. So I did not put that on a 3-day restriction like I did Rosie the Riveter. And so this is my board. I know you guys like to watch Jen whenever she updates her board, so I decided to let you join me in my board update. If you don't like that, let me know and I will update it and just kind of give you my own whenever we talk, right? Okay. So let's see. Let me put this on here for the 284 that I still owe for GaRon. 284. And then I'm going to do plus video because I know that they posted. I just need to watch it and figure out how many stitches I need to do. And then I'll just do all of those on that murder pumpkin piece. And GaRon typically does a weekly video. Jen does a weekly video. And those are the two that are pretty consistently weekly videos. So I'm hoping to make some good progress on those whips. And I pop it right back up here. You can kind of still see it, I think, in your shot maybe. Because then I can see it. It's directly underneath my television. I can see it from my stitching chair, and it helps motivate me. I don't know. Do you have something that motivates you? Let me know down in the comments. Because I'd like to know. I like talking to you guys in the comments, and I'm looking around. I think I've shown you everything. So let me know in the comments below what motivates you, how you're doing with your stitching goals from 2025, and have you started prepping your 2026 goals? I'd love to hear from you. And we'll talk again soon. Probably won't be next week because I am going out of town, but probably the week after we'll get all caught up again. All right, guys. See you soon. Happy stitching. Bye.